Okay, hopefully you have spent some time trying to go through number 4 on the CR35 final exam review. Now I want to talk about if you need some support on any pieces of this. So it says Phil's scores after several rounds of golf were -4, -5, 0, 3, and 1 at the state golf tournament. What is the mean score for the 5 rounds? Okay, so a couple of items you need to understand is mean. You had a beautiful statistics unit, so you know mean is a fancy word for the average. So they're just asking, what was his average score? Here's his scores. He played 5 rounds. Here's the scores for each round. What was his average score? Well, to find the mean or the average, you add up all the scores, then divide by the number of scores. Just like if you took 3 tests, you'd add up your score on each of those 3 tests and then divide by 3. He played 5 rounds, so you would add up all his scores for those rounds and then divide by 5. That's how you find the average, about how well you did. That would be a center member of the grouping. Okay, so let's take a look. So his scores were 3, 1, -3, -2, and -4. So we're going to go ahead and add all those together and then divide by 5 because he played 5 rounds. All right. Your teachers have you do double signs to a single sign. Plus a negative is minus, plus a negative is minus. So 3 plus 1, -3, -2, -4. 3 plus 1 is 4, and then I have -3, -2, -4. 4 minus 3 is 1, -2, -4. All right, now we have to say 1 minus 2. So if I have 1 minus 2, are those signs the same or are those signs different? Those signs are different. I'll find the difference and keep what I have more of. What's the difference between 2 and 1? 1. What do I have more of? I have more negatives. I only had 1 positive. I had, 2 negatives. Just 1 positive and 2 negatives. That means I had more negatives, so my final answer is negative. If you take a look, you have 1 negative left over. If you just have 1 positive, 2 negatives, there's still 1 negative left over. Signs are different. Find the difference. Keep what you have more of. So that's -1 minus 4. Now for this last piece of it, I say, okay, are those signs the same or are those signs different? Those signs are the same now. So I have 1 negative here. I have 4 more negatives. What do I have total? Oh, I have 5 negatives total. It's not my final answer, but that's what I get when I add up all of the rounds of golf that he played. So now to actually find the average, I have to take his score for the 5 rounds. So this was what we got when we added up the 5 rounds. His scores from the 5 rounds. Then we have to divide by the number of rounds he played. And he played 5 rounds. Negative divided by a positive is a negative. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So that means on average, his score was about 1 under par. That's pretty good, okay? Because some of the holes he shot over par, some of the holes he shot under par, but on average, about 1 under par. All right, hopefully that helps. I was ready to start talking about why -4 didn't have a shot. Like there's only 1 -4, so on average it wouldn't be -4. But then I said to myself, why? The box is only this big. Why am I filling it with so many words? All right, talk to you later.